start again. It's a rich thing.
Welcome back to another video, guys. So we're going to get my left hand done today. I'm going to sculpt a set of polygel nails. I've not had nails on for 2 weeks on this hand, so they need a good prepping. And I thought, perfect opportunity to use my new e-file. So this is the Melodysusie Jade S. It's not the Jade Plus. It's smaller and cuter. I love it. So we've got a forward and a reverse button. I love this retro kind of vibe it's got going on. So you get your little stand for your handpiece. It comes with an adapter because it has got a US plug on this one. So I love that they've included the adapter. And that just presses in there. Perfect. I don't mind that at all. You get a huge bag of sanding bands. And you get 6 of your standard bits. So this is the handpiece. It's like champagne gold and matte white. I love it. And it's so small. So it's got the little side bit to put your handpiece, and so it can be clipped onto your belt, can't it? Perfect for salons, it is. So this is a 30,000 RPM, but with these proper branded e-files that are exactly what they say they are, I have never, I don't think, ever gone over 20,000 on one of these e-files. You really shouldn't need to. Anyway, quick bit of prep. So I'm going to push my cuticles back first. And then I'm going to use my teeny weeny Melodysusie drill bit. And this is just gets rid of all your dead skin around your cuticle area. The handpiece has got a twist lock. Love that. I don't like the ones that you push in. These are so much more secure. And I've just got it on 8,000. Can you see? That's all you should need it on with a proper e-file. So I'm just going to float this drill piece over that dead skin. Don't press on or file away your natural nail. Just float it over that dead skin. This is a new drill bit I got a couple of weeks ago and I love it. Melodysusie have just stocked a load of new drill bits and this is one of them. It's fantastic. It just whips that dead skin off so gently and so easily. I love it. So I'm just going to get all this dead skin off. And now I'm just using a little ball bit, and this just gets rid of the little bits of skin that I normally use nippers and cut myself every time. This kind of does that job, but it buffs it off and it doesn't cut, it doesn't burn, just buffs off that bit of skin. I love it. It's fantastic. So quick, so easy, and yeah, you're not going to cut yourself. So that's my nails prepped and pretty much ready to go. Just give them a good clean with some prep wipe or alcohol. So I'm using Tobe Glam Polygel today. I've pulled out Sweet Talk and Classic and Pure, which is their clear. So we've got Sweet Talk and Classic. Sweet Talk is like a really, really pale pink. And Classic is more of a like classic French manicure kind of pink, isn't it? I'll leave links for everything below. I'm using long coffin tips and regular brush on nail glue with my Tobe Glam brush. I like this brush, it's nice to use, I like it. So a little bit of glue in the well of my tips, and then I'm just going to hold it on just for a couple of seconds and then pinch it in at the sides. Make sure them sides are properly stuck down. Yeah, you can get, guys, 15% off Tobe Glam products on the website. I'll leave links and any discount codes for everything that I used today. I'll leave it all in my description box. So that is all my nails glued on now. I'm just going to snip a little bit off the end. I think I just snipped about 4 or 5 mil off. They were just a little bit too long. And now I'm just using a file. Get them nail tips all the same length, and where the tips have been glued on, I'm just going to file and blend that in with the natural nail. I like to file them side wings right down. I near enough file them off. I hate them. So that's all I'm doing now. Just blending them tips in, getting rid of that bump where they've been glued on. And then you need to buff off all that shiny surface. Gel won't stick to them shiny nail tips, so just buff them up, get all that shine off. Again, another clean with some prep, alcohol, whatevs. Get rid of all the dust. And that's it, we can get these nails built now. It's a long video today, guys, but I wanted to put a little bit of everything in from beginning to end. So let's get started. So I'm using a dehydrator and primer. If you've got a dehydrator, primer or bond, it will help your nails stay on a lot longer. So nice thin even coat of base coat. I'm going to go over the whole tip with my base coat and cure them in the lamp for 30 seconds. So I'm going to start with my pointer finger. I'm going to do a nail bed on this pointer finger. So I'm going to start by tucking it in as close to my cuticle as I can get. Just leaving, can you see, just 1 or 2 millimeters. As close as you can get it without touching your cuticle or side walls. And then I will start swiping down the sides and pulling it down the middle. Just keep swiping in at each side and pulling down the middle, and then rounding it off at the end like that. Just keep playing with it, get it as neat as you can before you put it in the lamp, and it helps when it comes to filing if you can get it as neat as you can now. So yeah, just keep swiping it down each side and pulling it down the middle. Make sure your cuticle area is nice and rounded off. I wasn't happy with that top left area, it was sticking out a bit, so I'm just going to round that off a little bit more, get it nice and neat, and stick that in a lamp for 60 seconds. I'm going to do exactly the same on my pinky. I'll do that off camera just to save a bit of time. But yeah, pointer and pinky are both having a nail bed like this. So now onto my ring finger. This is just going to be a full nail of this colour. So just like I did with that pointer finger, I'm going to tuck it in nice and neat at the cuticle area, nice and neat at the side walls, except this time we're going to pat it and pull it all the way down this nail. And when I pat and pull polygel down a whole nail, you'll always see me swiping right down the sides up against that tip. You want to keep the polygel the same shape as that tip underneath. Try and not have it hanging over or anything, because you just end up having to file it all off. So you'll see me a lot of the time, can you see, swiping down the edge of that tip and just keeping the polygel same shape as that tip. Just keep patting it and pulling it, swiping down the sides, and keep doing that till you've pulled the polygel all the way down to the tippy tip of the nail. And that's going to get a full 60 seconds cure as well. Off camera, guys, I've done exactly the same on the middle finger, but I've used a white polygel. Don't know why I did it in white, but I did. So that's that middle finger been done as well. And on my thumb, I'm just going to do a little bit of a nail bed fade. So exactly the same again, tuck it in, do all that jobby stuff at your cuticle area and side walls. But this time, instead of patting and pulling it all the way down, I'm going to square it off. Where you want your fade to start with polygel, kind of use your brush and just square it off. And it just helps you get that fade nice and even down the nail. I did cut a couple of bits out to save time, but just flatten it out and square it off like that. Can you see how that's flat and square now? So that's going to make it easier now to fade it off. Fade didn't have to be perfect. I'm going to be covering it with glitter, but just fade it off for the fun of it. And then give that a 60 seconds cure as well. So I'm just going to get these filed now, guys. I'll just show you filing this pinky, the nail bed. So I always swipe over the top first. Just go over the top, get it nice and flat. Make sure it's kind of the same height on both sides. Blend it in at the cuticle area. And then just go around that wall and get it really nice and crisp and even on both sides. Nice and straight as well. And this is why you try and get it best you can before you put it in the lamp. Then you hardly need to touch it with a file. This one really didn't need much at all. That's it done. So I'm going to file and buff the rest of these off camera now, guys, to save time. So on the nail beds, I'm just going to paint around that wall with a white gel paint. I just like doing it. It just makes your nail bed stand out so much more, doesn't it? Stick them in the lamp. And now we're going to put some glitter on. So I'm going to use Frozen Creek from A&A. It's just 3 shades of blue, and I think it's got an iridescent in there as well. So a base coat on this free edge, and I'm just going to put the glitter into this wet base coat. I'm going to completely cover all the clear part. And just use the small bits of glitter to go up the sides. And you'll see me pushing them down. You don't want them up that white wall. You want to keep them flat on the clear part. So you'll see me in a sec just pushing some of that glitter down. Can you see there? I'm pushing it back down the nail. I don't want it up that side. Just keep it flat on the nail. I'm going to completely cover the pinky and pointer with the glitter. And I'm going to do a little bit of a fade on the thumb as well. Completely covering that clear part. And just a little thin sprinkle towards the top. And then they're all going to get a 30 seconds cure. So I'm going to use Tobe Glam's clear now and get all these glitter nails encapsulated. So just the glitter part really. Don't really need to touch the nail bed and stuff. So I'm just going to pull that clear up the sides first. Keeping it as flat as I can so I don't have loads of filing to do. And again, just pat it and pull it. Completely cover that nail. And they're curing the lamp for 60 seconds. So again, I'll just show you filing this pinky. I want you to see that it doesn't matter when the white paint goes on the nail bed like that, because when it comes to filing, can you see, it just all gets filed off, and it helps. It actually helps if your white gel paint goes over your nail bed. It just helps get that really nice white crisp frame around it, doesn't it? Look at that. I love it. So I'm going to get the rest of these filed and buffed off camera now. Voila. That's them all done. So I've pulled out a foil to cover up that white nail. This foil is from Charlie's Nail Art. I don't know why I did that nail in white, but I did. So if you struggle finding foil glues, guys, Tobe Glam foil glue is fantastic. I did struggle a little bit with this nail because it's just so curved. It's not like working on tips. There's so many curves to it. But just peel your foil off slowly so you can see if there's any pieces missing. And if there is, you can just press it back down. This foil glue, you have to cure it in the lamp for 30 seconds as well. So you'll see me now keep trying to peel it off. And there's little bits that are not quite stuck. So I'll just press it back down, rub-a-dub-dub, and keep doing that till I'm happy with it. But it is a fantastic foil glue. It is my go-to foil glue at the minute, actually. So yeah, that's that nail done as well. So, going to get these top coated now, get them blinged up, get them finished off. So again, I'm using Tobe Glam top coat. So I've got some blue AB gems and some normal blue gems and some crystal clear gems. So where I want my gems, I'm just going to mark it out with the rhinestone glue. So kind of paint the shape you want with that rhinestone glue, and then just stick your gems on and just cure them as you go. You don't need to cure them all in one go. So I will just let you watch, guys, and I'll be back at the end. How cute are they? I love, love, love that ice blue rhinestone. It's beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, guys, that is it for today. I'll leave links and discount codes to everything I've used below. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care, bye.